A minute now, a former Atlanta officer charged in the death of Rayshard Brooks could walk out of jail. A judge granting Officer Garrett Rolfe a $500,000 bond with some strict conditions.
He will have an ankle monitor. Mr. Rolfe is going to have an ankle monitor at his expense. He will be fitted for that prior to his release. He will be subject to being monitored at all times.
Rolfe will also have a curfew. He cannot have any weapons, and he can't talk to any officers either. And we have team coverage on this high-stakes hearing tonight. Our crews were at a rally where a crowd gathered in support of Officer Rolfe, and we'll have more on that in a moment. But first, let's get right to HAYLEY Mason with a look at what the judge considered before granting that former officer his freedom. HAYLEY.
Right now, we know that a judge is giving former officer Garrett Rolfe a $500,000 bond. We know that he could be in the process to being released from jail. Appearing on a video stream with his attorney, former Atlanta officer Garrett Rolfe went before a Fulton County judge today to ask for bond.
This is not a case of someone who is a gangbanger who decided to go do a drive-by shooting. It's not a home invasion. It's not a burglary where somebody was killed in the process. What is significant is this is an officer who was in the performance of his duty.
Rolfe has been in the Gwinnett County Jail for his safety, facing 11 charges, including felony murder for the killing of Rayshard Brooks during a DUI stop on June 12th. The state argued for no bond, saying Rolfe could be a flight risk.
He certainly now has the means, which was not discussed in the defense presentation, because we know that he has received upwards of $250,000 in cash donations. He is a significant risk to intimidate and or influence witnesses should he be granted a bond.
Rayshard Brooks' widow gave a tearful plea not to release the former officer.
I can't sleep at night because I'm scared. And if he was released, I can only imagine where my mental state would be. I would be so scared because I don't know what they would do.
Ultimately, Judge Jane BARWICK said she had to adhere to the law and apply possible bond to the charges. She granted a $500,000 bail with conditions that Rolfe must wear an ankle monitor, surrender his passport, no weapon, and he has to adhere to a 6 p.m. curfew. Now, Rolfe had been transferred to the Gwinnett County Jail a little over a week ago for his safety, and right now we are understanding that he could possibly be in the process of bonding out. He only has to pay 10% of that $500,000 bond. Some of the other conditions of his bond would be that he cannot have weapons, he cannot talk to any witnesses in the case, nor any members of Rayshard Brooks' family. He also is not allowed to talk to any officers who were at the scene that night. Reporting live outside the Fulton County Courthouse, HAYLEY Mason, CBS 46 News.
HAYLEY,